Most people try ChatGPT once, ask one random question, get an okay answer, and then think, interesting. But I don't really know what to do with this. The problem is not ChatGPT. The problem is usually the way we ask. In this video, I will show you how to use ChatGPT as a beginner, how to write better prompts, and how to avoid the most common mistakes so you can actually use it for work, school, planning, and everyday life. And by the end, you will have a simple prompt formula you can reuse anytime you feel stuck. Let's start simple. ChatGPT is an AI chatbot you can talk to in normal language. You can ask it to explain things, write emails, summarize notes, brainstorm ideas, compare options, create plans, and improve something you already wrote. Think of it like a flexible assistant. But here's the key. ChatGPT works best when you give it clear instructions. A vague prompt gives a vague answer. For example, if you type, "Help me with my resume," ChatGPT has to guess what you need. A better prompt would be, "Act like a resume coach. I am applying for an entry-level customer service role." Rewrite this bullet point to sound professional, simple, and results-focused. That prompt is better because it gives ChatGPT 4 things: role, context, task, and style. That is the beginner formula I recommend. Role, context, task, style. Role means who ChatGPT should act like. For example, act like a teacher, career coach, productivity expert, or beginner-friendly tutor. Context means your situation. For example, I am new to this, only have 30 minutes, I am applying for a job, or I need a simple explanation. Task means exactly what you want. Summarize this. Rewrite this. Create a checklist. Compare these options. Give me a step-by-step plan. Style means how the answer should sound. Keep it simple. Make it professional. Use a friendly tone. Explain it without technical words. Here's a copy and paste prompt you can use for almost anything. Act like a patient, beginner-friendly tutor. I am new to this topic. Explain it in simple words. Give me one example and then give me a short checklist I can follow. That one prompt can help you learn software, understand a document, plan a project, or break down a confusing topic. Now let me show you how this works in a real situation. Imagine you want to learn Excel, but you are completely new. A weak prompt would be, "Teach me Excel." That is too broad. A stronger prompt would be, "Act like a beginner-friendly Excel tutor. I only know the basics. Teach me the 5 most useful Excel skills for office work, explain each one in simple words, and give me a small practice task for each skill." That prompt gives ChatGPT direction. It tells ChatGPT who to be, what level you are at, what you want to learn, and how to structure the answer. This is why prompting matters. You are not trying to sound technical. You are just giving better instructions. Now let's look at real examples. For work, you can use ChatGPT to write emails faster. Try this. Write a polite and professional email to follow up with a client who has not responded in 1 week. Keep it short and friendly. For meetings, paste your notes and ask, "Summarize these notes into key decisions, action items, deadlines, and questions that still need answers." For school or learning, try, "Explain this topic like I am in grade 8. Use a simple example, and quiz me with 5 questions." For daily life, try, "Create a simple weekly meal plan for a family of 4 using affordable ingredients." Or, "Help me plan a weekend cleaning checklist that takes no more than 2 hours." One of the most useful beginner tricks is this sentence. Before answering, ask me 5 questions so you can give a better recommendation. Use that when the answer depends on your situation. For example, buying a laptop, planning a trip, choosing a tool, creating a budget, or making a schedule. Here's another useful trick. Do not stop after the first answer. Think of ChatGPT like a conversation. If the first answer is close but not perfect, keep guiding it. You can say, "Make this shorter." You can say, "Give me a simpler version." You can say, "Turn this into a checklist." You can say, "Now give me an example I can copy." This is where many beginners start getting much better results. They stop treating ChatGPT like a one-time search box and start treating it like an assistant they can guide. Now let's talk about common beginner mistakes. Mistake number 1 is giving too little context. If the task matters, tell ChatGPT your goal, your situation, and what kind of answer you want. Mistake number 2 is accepting the first answer as final. ChatGPT is conversational. You can follow up. Say, make it shorter. Say, make it more beginner-friendly. Say, give me 3 better versions. Say, this sounds too formal, make it more natural. The first answer is often just the starting point. Mistake number 3 is not checking important facts. ChatGPT is useful, but for health, legal, financial, safety, or current information, verify from reliable sources before making decisions. Use ChatGPT to understand and organize. Do not blindly trust it for high-stakes decisions. Mistake number 4 is sharing private information. Do not paste passwords, banking details, private account numbers, or sensitive personal information. Remove names, addresses, and account details when they are not needed. Now, here are a few advanced tips beginners can use right away. First, ask for a format. Say, give me a table, checklist, short summary, step-by-step plan, or 3 options. Second, ask ChatGPT to improve your prompt. Type, improve this prompt so I get a better answer from ChatGPT. Then paste your rough prompt. This is very useful because it teaches you how to ask better questions while still getting the work done. Third, ask for multiple versions. For example, give me 3 versions: friendly, professional, and direct. This works very well for emails, messages, titles, scripts, and plans. Fourth, ask ChatGPT to create an action step. For example, based on this answer, give me the first 3 things I should do next. This helps turn information into action. Because sometimes the problem is not that we need more information. The problem is that we need the next clear step. Here's a simple workflow you can use every time. First, explain your goal. Second, give your situation. Third, ask for the exact output you want. Fourth, ask ChatGPT to keep it simple. Fifth, review the answer and ask for changes. For example, my goal is to plan a faceless YouTube video about AI tools. I am a beginner. Give me a simple outline, a strong hook, and 5 title ideas. Keep it beginner-friendly. That is clear. It gives context. It tells ChatGPT exactly what to create. Before we finish, here is a simple beginner starter pack you can save. If you want to learn something, ask ChatGPT to explain it like you are a beginner. If you want to write something, ask for a clear tone and a specific length. If you want to make a decision, ask ChatGPT to question you first. If you want to save time, ask for a checklist or step-by-step plan. And if the answer is not good enough, ask for a better version. That is enough to start using ChatGPT in a practical way. The biggest mindset shift is this: ChatGPT is not magic. It works best when you guide it. Start with one useful task. Use it for 1 email, 1 summary, 1 checklist, or 1 explanation. Then build from there. Your next step is simple. Open ChatGPT and try this prompt. Act like a beginner-friendly productivity coach. Ask me 5 questions about my daily routine, then help me find 3 ways I can save time this week. If this video helped you, subscribe to AI Daily for simple AI tools, beginner-friendly tutorials, and practical productivity tips you can actually use. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.